In light of numerous figures coming to prominence amongst online spaces catering to young, confused men, I wish to talk about a subject that is very close to me: masculinity and society. I won't pretentiously assume that society at large is as simple as any faction could presume, left or right. I will, however, acknowledge that the most prominent figures that serve as a counter-narrative to my self-prescribed narrative are largely conservative. I will describe my prescriptions in detail shortly. I want everybody to consider that this issue cannot be looked at as simple personal failings. The phenomena we are seeing have risen to prominence through a rift. The resurgence of existing modes of self-interest is not indicative of this sudden rise either. To suggest so otherwise would be cynical and rather deterministic too. I want everybody to keep their mind open as I share my thoughts on this subject, as I too was once very susceptible to the black hole that is insecurity, lack of purpose, and poisoning of your ability to see the world objectively. With that out of the way, let's begin. I do not concede masculinity. Masculinity is a complicated structure of permeable characteristics that we associate with the male sex. And just like femininity, it has its own unique set of toxic traits that can manifest. It is a part of being human, being susceptible to everything that makes us who we are. Much like everything else, we may find ourselves molded by environmental influences, traumas, risk-reward behaviors, and a variety of other variables that influence our development. It follows that with failure, we find ourselves responding differently from person to person. But what is certain is that despondency from failure breeds resentment. This leads us to see that there are failures underlying the despondency that is being taken advantage of in young men across the world. Resentment is what allows the toxic masculinity being sold by figures like Andrew Tate to take hold. This creates a rift to fill their enamored minds with other unsavory ideas and falsehoods. What I conclude from the framing I just established is that men need help. Be it help against other men, themselves, or even women who would perpetuate the systems hurting them. I do not concede that masculinity can be something wonderful and captivating if established healthily. The broader dynamics of our society need both masculinity and femininity. And whereas there's still much work to be done within the feminist framework, it is also within that framework that men should be provided a healthier alternative to the answers given by charlatans like Tate. For the sake of every gender, do not admonish masculinity. Redefine it. Thank you for listening to my brief thesis on this topic. Have a good day.